Hey loves, it's your girl Kayla, aka Okae Kaela, and you're tuned in to Scope Talk Entertainment. Let's get it.
Yo, young Kayla, what's poppin'?
Hey.
You know, we got this corona going on, so we got to, don't have a seat though. What's going on, everybody? It's your boy, It's Just London, checking in for another episode of Scope Talk. Yes, sir. We got our young homie, Kayla Moore, checking in from Okae Kaela, and we about to go ahead and get into it today. Young Kayla, how you doing?
I'm doing well. How about you?
I'm doing wonderful. So we're glad to have you here today. Got a couple questions to ask you, you know what I'm saying? I heard you got a lot of things going on. Young YouTuber right here then came up from the mud. She is actually doing it, y'all. She's doing it. So we're gonna sit down and talk with her, okay? So, Miss Kayla, tell us about yourself.
I am 21 years old, college student at Florida A&M University, and also a college influencer, marketing, or majoring in PR, which is public relations marketing.
Okay. Okay. So, you got a YouTube channel. What's your YouTube channel name?
My YouTube channel name is Okae Kaela, and it is basically centered around natural hair and all things beauty, from like fashion, makeup, you name it, in college lifestyle.
Okay, college lifestyle. So what school you at?
Florida A&M University, FAMU.
I don't know if y'all caught that the first time. We got a young rattler in the building. Yes, sir. What influenced you to start YouTube and like what got you to that point?
Originally, I've always been a YouTube girl. Like, instead of people watching TV, I would always be watching YouTube videos. I was really into like comedy skits at the time, but one day I kind of like drifted into like the whole makeup scene, and I didn't really see a lot of black representation on YouTube like that. And then I've always been into like doing my hair, so it would really just be people always ask me like, what products do you use, or how did you do this to your hair? And then I decided, you know, why not make a video, because I can show you better than I can tell you. So one day I had a little braid out tutorial, and I had it for months, and I was really scared to post it because I felt like, who's gonna watch my video, you know? And one day I just posted it, and I got a lot of support from people at school and family, and the rest was literally history. Like, after that, I was making hair tutorials all the time.
Okay. So with that being said, like what time period was that for you? Like, when did you start getting into the YouTube thing for real?
Like the end of my sophomore year of high school, and then I like made that one video, didn't make one for months, and then I like got back into it and was really serious my junior year of high school. So about a couple of years now.
Okay. So well, a quick question for all the future YouTubers out there. Was it kind of like the backlash or feedback that you was afraid from for posting your first video? I mean, a lot of people got like, whoever's starting, like they got that first video they really, you know, like they worked hard on or was really excited on, but don't really post it. And I know some guys personally who got good work but didn't post their first video because they were scared. So like, what is something that like you just broke out and just like, I gotta go ahead and start?
Well, my philosophy is always, you have to start someday. Like, if you always feel like you're not ready for something, you can never wait for opportunity. Sometimes you just have to go for it. And I started out on an iPhone 5C at the time. I didn't have a ring light. I was trying to use natural light whenever I could, and there were some times where I would literally take the lampshade off a lamp and literally just use the bulb light because I was just that dedicated to it. I didn't have a MacBook at the time, so I was using Windows Movie Maker. Like, I just made it do what it do. Because at the end of the day, it's not about you caring about the likes or the views. This is the impact that you're going to make for, even if it's just that one person that learned something from that video. That's all that mattered to me. And so you just have to start somewhere. So I just highly encourage anyone to not get caught up in feeling like you have to have the best equipment. Like right now, I still don't even have the most expensive DSLR camera. Like, you really don't need that. It's about the effort and work and the content that you're creating rather than the quality right off the bat. Because you're going to gain an audience. Someone out there is going to like your content.
Y'all hear that? Y'all hear that? Make do with what you got, guys. She's using iPhone, Windows Movie Makers. You don't need that big Sony A7 that everybody want. Because I know I won't want to. But you don't need that, guys. You know what I'm saying? Adobe Premiere, I know it's a big program to work on. Final Cut, you know, you don't need all that. Shoot, I done made some things work with Movie Maker. I move it myself, so I mean, hey,
I still use iMovie.
See what I'm saying? See what I'm saying? YouTube is a very dog-eat-dog world. So what's been some of the strengths and what's been like some of the weaknesses throughout your YouTube journey?
So in the beginning, like I said, it wasn't necessarily me looking at the stats like that. But once my channel started to blow up, you are able to work with Google AdSense, and that's where if you watch any video, you have advertised on that video, that person is literally making money from that. So once you open up the window of analytics and you get into how YouTube marketing really works, that's when you're a little bit more conscious about the feedback. Because originally it's like, okay, I'll look at the comments sometimes and I'll be like, oh, okay, you know, it's good feedback. And then it started blowing up to where you're getting an influx of feedback, and sometimes some of that feedback is not always good feedback, you know. There's even been times where I've had people email me hate comments.
What?
Yeah. And instead of like putting it
y'all
in the
out here
comment,
hating, y'all need to stop it.
instead of putting in the comment section, they'll send you like direct emails. But I would have to say my strength is just knowing that I can make an impact on at least a few people. It doesn't necessarily have to be everybody. You're not going to please everybody. Like everybody knows on YouTube videos, there's going to be likes and dislikes. I never worry about the dislikes because I'm always going to have more likes than dislikes anyway. Why would I dwell on the dislikes when I'm getting all these likes? And at the end of the day, you can dislike my video all you want, but I'm still getting paid because you decided to watch my video, you know?
Hey.
If it doesn't affect my pay, it doesn't affect my day. So
Ooh.
That's how I feel about it.
Don't affect my pay.
I would have to say,
don't affect my day. I like that.
I would have to say my weakness would have to be consistency. Being a college student is really hard to manage time and just plan out content. I can plan out content all I want and think, oh, this is what I'm going to record this week. But it's literally something that, like, going to fam, okay? Like, fam has something going on every day, you know? So I'm like, oh, I'm going to record this before I go out to this event. Nah, it never works that way because I need to take a power nap before I go to this party, you know? Because if you party hard or you go home, like, this is how it is at fam.
That's that HBCU lifestyle.
But it depends on how much I'm getting paid for it, too. So if it's real good pay, I'm going to really, you know, schedule off a time block to do certain videos. So I really just had to base it on the importance of the video, but I also like to be transparent because I do know that my channel kind of grew on the college aspect. So I try to show young girls out there, like, you literally can do it all. Yes, it's hard to balance, but with YouTube, it's fun. But if you want to take it serious and you want to take a business approach, you do have to be a little bit disciplined about how you go about it. So consistency and quality of content that I'm putting out would have to be my weakness to a certain extent. It's just because I'm a perfectionist, so.
Okay. Alright. So what I'm getting is like you kind of hands on with like kind of everything. So like, what's your favorite thing to like record? Like hair, makeup, or like what's your niche?
My niche will honestly be all things beauty, but when I first started out, it was hair. Everything was straight hair. I did also like to do makeup, so I kind of dipped and dabbed in makeup, but I didn't feel like I was a pro at it. I'm still not a pro, but I enjoy doing makeup, but mostly hair. And right now I've been getting into fashion clothing hauls or try-on hauls, so now I'm kind of transitioning into the whole fashion scene on YouTube as well.
Okay. So alright, well, since you do hair, since you do makeup, has there been any other brands that like reached out to you or anything, like sponsorship or what?
Yes, so for hair, I've worked with Cream of Nature. I just had a collaboration with Light About It that I posted yesterday. I've worked with Palmer's. I've worked with Mia Organics. It is honestly a lot to name. That's just hair. But for fashion, I've worked with Fashion Nova. I've worked with Boohoo Clothing. And right now, I have a monthly partnership with Shein. So
with those brands that you just named, like, so how did you figure out like which ones that you was going to pick to work out with? I'm pretty sure you had like come from all different directions. So like, how did you decide?
So usually how I go about it is they usually send me an email or sometimes they'll DM me. I like to just kind of do my own back research on certain brands before I work with them, just to see if they kind of align with the things that I, approve of or like to share with my audience. And for me, because I am a college student, I always like to make sure that a lot of the brands I'm working with is in an affordable price point range, because that's who my market is. And so when businesses work with you, they want to get your audience. So I need to make sure that me working with them is going to appeal to my audience. So for example, I've always loved Cream of Nature. Cream of Nature was actually featured in my very first video I ever posted on YouTube. So it was the perfect match. And I've always liked their products and the affordability. And I'm the type of person, I consider myself a lazy natural, so I don't like to do my hair every day. I try to do it like once a week.
I understand that one.
Yeah, so I always look into the longevity of products, and I just have my own kind of guideline of how I would judge certain brands, and I let them know that up front, because sometimes brands can try to finesse you, especially when they know you are a young college student. There's a lot of contracts that go into it, and sometimes you always have to tell them about your schedule, because a lot of companies will try to overwork you. And I know I've been asked to do a lot of things sometimes, and I just felt like I wasn't getting compensated enough to do that amount of work, especially with me being a college student. Like, they don't like to factor in their time, and I know time is money, and a lot of influencers don't understand there's also a 30-day net pay. So when they're telling you, oh, we're going to pay you $585 to do 3 Instagram posts in a video, it's like, okay, that sounds great. You're thinking you're going to get that money right away, but it's net 30-day pay. And so there's different brands that have net 90-day, net 160 days. There's just different things you have to really negotiate and look through your contract and know how to maneuver through those things as a college student, because they will try to finesse you.
I'll read that fine print.
What's going on, y'all? This your boy John, the CEO, and this is 30 Seconds with the CEO with your girl Okae Kaela. Alright, you got 30 seconds to answer these questions. Timer ready? Favorite R&B artist?
Beyonce.
Favorite hip-hop artist?
Drake.
Favorite shoe brand?
Nike.
Favorite sport?
Basketball.
Favorite city you travel to?
DC.
Favorite restaurant in Atlanta?
Ooh, Tendrum.
Last meal on earth?
Thai yellow curry.
And that 30 seconds with the CEO.
It's 2020. So you already got what, about 50K and about
5 million views.
y'all hear that, 3.5 mil on the table, YouTube content. So like, what's your end goal? Like, first off, was it just the content? Like, people just like gravitate towards you as you went along? And then like, what's your end goal?
So I got to 50,000 subscribers as of like last month. Before I came to college, I had about like 2,000 subscribers. So just from me doing college vlogs and just entering that whole new audience is what made my channel blow up. And then 3.5 million views. I think my most watched video happened my sophomore year, summer, going into college. I made a braid art video, and I remember posting it, going to sleep, waking up, and like my inbox was just blowing up. Like, the views just kept going up. I made so much money that month off that one video alone. All it takes is literally one good video for your channel to just spike. And my end goal would have to be for this year is to try to at least get to about 60 or 70,000. I would love to have 100,000 subscribers, because that's when YouTube sends you that plaque. And I can't wait to have that. I know I'm gonna have it one day in due time, but I want to make sure that my traffic flow through my audiences are seamless. So my goal is to take a lot of that audience from YouTube and stream it to Instagram, because right now I have about 8,000 followers on Instagram, but I want to hit 10K, because I know marketing wise through Insta stories you'll be able to swipe up, but you have to have 10,000 followers in order to do that. And I don't want to be someone who has to buy followers. I love having organic engagement, because when companies look at engagement, they would rather pay someone more money that has high engagement rather than your followers, because that's what gets someone to buy products. It's not about the followers or the likes, it's about the engagement. That's what people don't get. Like, it really is about if they want to click or you have shareable content rather than the amount of likes or followers, because any of that can be fake.
That's a real strong point right there. She got 50 plus K, real, organic, no GMO. Look, I'm assuming you're a business major.
I'm not.
Not?
No.
Wow.
But I love business. What's crazy is I actually switched my major this year, 2 months ago to be exact. I originally came in FAMU majoring in broadcast journalism. I've always been the type of girl that literally could just be in front of the camera. I've always aspired to be on TV and the radio. I'm actually on the radio on my campus, 90.5 FM, the Saturday morning show.
Tune in Saturday morning.
Yep, so radio personality. And just growing up in Atlanta, it just made me feel like whenever I would go to school, you know, hearing Rashawn Ali on the radio, like I really could do that. And that's exactly where she went to school of FAMU. She graduated from the School of Journalism and Graphic Communications. I saw her at Grads Are Back. So that was just one of my inspirations, and I was like, oh my gosh, like I really could do this. But at FAMU, they kind of do target students in broadcast journalism to be more into hardcore news, like being a news anchor, or if you want to get into sports. And that's not me. I'm more entertainment, pop culture. So a lot of the students, they intern with BET. They have to go out and get it, because FAMU really gives people just opportunity to work at like CNN and stuff. And I'm like, CNN is in my backyard at home. You know, that's not something I want to do. If I wanted to do that, yes, that'd be a great start. I wouldn't mind doing that. But I'm not afraid of making my plan A, because even if I got to make it a plan B, my plan B is going to get me to my plan A. That's how I look at everything.
Period.
So with me changing to public relations, I felt like what I'm already doing as far as working with brands, I'm already getting a taste of that outside of school. And then just marketing and working with brands through this has allowed me to build relationships with certain brands without me having to even have a degree yet. So I was like, that was a smart move for me to make. Instead of wasting my time doing something like, oh, I would have to wait till I graduate to college to really pursue the route that I want to go. Why not go ahead and make it happen for myself now? And you know, time is money, and college costs too much for me to be waiting. So make it happen now.
I got one more question for you. So like, how does it feel like when your followers see it? Like, how does that make you feel, knowing that, you know, you have either influenced others, or, you know what I'm saying, like gave guidance in some way, you know, help people out with your tutorials and stuff. Like, how does it feel when people come up to you and they like, yo, your stuff really helped me?
It feels great, but there are some times where I literally always call my mom and tell her that it can be a little nerve-wracking. It's a lot of pressure, because I feel like some people have their perception of you, but that's literally their perception of you. Like, that's not me, you know? So sometimes you feel like other people put you on that pedestal, and it's like, no, like I'm a regular person just like you. And that's why sometimes like the certain friend groups or the people that I know on campus, they're like, oh, Kaela, and they're like, yeah, like her, and I'm just like, it's kind of weird, because it's crazy that I have that many followers, yet in person I'm really private. I don't like attention like that. Like, I'm the type of person that will literally show up to a social scene and have people come up to me and I'll dip, because I just feel like it's too much attention. Like, I don't like that.
Yeah, Summer Walker right here. Remember what it sounds like?
No. Like, I talk to everybody, but you know when it just becomes like so overwhelming, and people start just saying anything about you because they think that's how you really are.
Right.
It's like, no, like I'm a regular student just like you.
I'm just doing what makes me happy. Yeah, that's dope. All right, people. Y'all gotta realize that these folks, celebrities out here, come ups, all that, these folks normal people, man. They got lives just like y'all. They just doing what they love to do. With that being said, let these folks know where they can find you at.
You can find me on YouTube at Okae Kaela. That's spelled O-K-A-E-K-A-E-L-A. And then on Instagram at the Okae Kaela. So THEOKAEKAELA.
Straight like that. This been Scope Talk, another episode. It's just London. We got John, the CEO, in the building. Make sure y'all follow Scope Talk ENT. Make sure y'all follow Young Kaela, Okae Kaela. You did. That's Instagram, Snapchat, YouTube, all that. You know what I'm saying? Get at us. Once again, make sure y'all like, subscribe, tune in, tell a friend, let that friend know we out here getting it in. Yes, sir.